Hi there, and welcome to the channel. I'm Mike, and I'm excited to share another Divi tutorial with you. My goal here is to make learning Divi as straightforward as possible. Today we're going to see how to create a transparent header in Divi. So grab your favorite beverage and let's jump right in. Alright, so let's have a look. If we see this page over here, we have a header at the top before it goes into the hero section below. And then from there we can scroll all the way down as it goes along. Now what we want to do today is perhaps we want to take this blue section away and have the menu here integrated into the hero section, so it gives a bit more of a flow, if you will. Alright, so let's see how we can do that. What we would need to do is we would need to jump into the Divi theme builder, and I have a header created over here. But if you do not have a header yet, just click add new template and build new template. It'll ask you where do you want this template to be displayed. So I've selected home page on mine over here. So you just select home page and then create template. All right. So if we go into the settings of my header, once it opens up, you'll see that there's the header like what we see on the main page. Now, if we want to make this transparent, it's quite simple to do really, is you just jump into the section, go to background, and you just hit transparent, and it's done. All right. Now, why is this here? That's because also it places a background for the menu section. So same thing, just select the menu settings, go to background, and say you want it to be transparent. All right, so if I save that, and we go back to the front page, then we should be done, right? Unfortunately not. As you can see, my menu is there, but it's got this white background because this white is basically the background of the website. So it's transparent, but it's still displaying in the flow of the website. So what do I mean by the flow is meaning that over here we created a section, and then this is another section. So what Divi is doing is it's displaying it section by section. So what we need to do is we need to now tell Divi that this section actually lies in front of this section. So we want this section to move up, and we want this section to lie in front of it. So how can we do that? Well, previously, in order to get this done, we needed to add in a bunch of text, CSS. But thankfully now, with the later versions of Divi, is we can just come and click a few buttons. So if I come back into my section settings, and I go to advanced, and I go all the way down, you have position. So if I click on position, see it's currently set to relative. So that's how I was explaining where it goes in the flow of the website. So section by section by section. What we want to do is we want to tell that section to be absolute. All right. So that means now we want it always to be in this position. So you can either select top left or you can just select top over here. But I'm going to select top. Okay. So what I'm telling it now is that I want it to be in an absolute position, and where I want it to be placed is I want it to be placed at the top of the screen. Okay, so I don't want any offset, and Z-index we might need to look at, but let's just go and save this, and save. And if we go back to the front end now, and we refresh, there you can see, there it is. So the hero section has pushed up, and the menu section is now lying in front of it, and it is stuck to the top. So don't confuse absolute with the other options that we have. If we go back over here, there is one other one, and that is fixed. So absolute and fixed are different. Absolute will be, that's where it starts, but that's it. Fixed, if you select fixed, it works similar to absolute, but what's going to happen is that when you actually scroll down, it's going to stay there. If you want to know more about this, I have created a video on a tutorial on this in another video. Excuse me, where I explain this in more detail. So I'll try and link that video either in the top of the screen here or it'll be in the description below. You can just have a look and watch that video. But for this one here is the absolute. Okay, so we save that. All right, and we go back here. So sometimes what happens is that when you have an image that you put in the background, you can't see it on mine at the moment, and I'm going to show you why. But oftentimes your menu will be lost in the image that you're using. So let me show you what that means. So if I go and I enable Visual Builder now on this home page, and I jump into my section setting, if I can, just here, and I go into my background. So what am I talking about? If you go here, background gradient, you can see I've actually added in the gradient. So look on the side over here, you can see it's a clear blue, and then it sort of fades into the image. Now, if I take this away, let me just try and get this color so that I can bring it back. All right, and so if I take this away, then you see it'll be lost. You won't be able to see my menu at all. So to try and overcome that, what we do is we put in the background image or background gradient. So if I come in here and I put in my color, okay, so I want that, and then we want to add in another one, say on the 41%, and I want that to be the same color. Okay, and then this one I actually want to be transparent. So I take it all the way down to the bottom, and you can see it's transparent. So this color is not showing how I want it to show. There we go, that's looking better. All right, so I put in the design, under the design tab, the background, and I just put in a gradient to go over that image. And then that image, putting it there like that, makes it much easier and clearer to see the menu that you have above. So if I save that, and I save this, and we exit the builder, and you'll see it displays quite easily for me to see. And if I scroll down, it does not scroll down, but stays at the top of the screen. All right, so that's how you can easily create a transparent header in Divi. I hope this tutorial will be useful for you, and if it has, please do hit that like button to let me know. I am planning to post more Divi tutorials as I learn more about Divi, so please do hit that subscribe button to ensure you will not lose out. Your feedback is valuable, so please do leave a comment below with any questions or suggestions for future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.